And DD India's Akshay Dongre joins us now on the story for more details. Akshay, how serious are these fears of US pressure and Washington's intervention into Greenland?
Well, the fears at least are quite serious, Tanvi, and especially have become more serious after the abduction of Maduro from Venezuela, and in the manner the Trump administration has gone ahead with not only abducting the leader, the president of Venezuela, but also openly stating that they want to own the country, they want to sell their oil, they want to send their own companies. So in a way, the arbitrary manner, the non-diplomatic language, and the politically incorrect tone that Donald Trump has picked up as far as Venezuela is concerned, the fears of him taking any kind of irrational action, showing complete disregard for not only UN Charter but also human rights and rights of that other country is quite clear in front of the world. We have seen that how European powers have accused Putin and Russia of forcing Ukraine into in sort of submission, trying to send its army, annex the territory of Ukraine, and trying to remove a democratically elected president in the country. But Donald Trump, what he has done is exactly the same, and that has put the European countries in a spot now. So the situation is quite serious as far as these fears are concerned, because Trump is reiterating again and again that he wants Greenland, he wants to buy the country's part, and he wants it to be annexed to US. Earlier we have seen that he has given similar kind of offers to Canada, but back then people were not taking seriously what Donald Trump was saying and his ambitions as far as expanding the territory of the US is concerned. But now it seems that it's not only in hushed tone or in conspiracies where people are talking about a very much possibility of American imperialism in the world, but it is turning into reality with Donald Trump clearly talking about owning another sovereign country, to saying that he wants a part of another ally country, and saying that they absolutely need it, which means that he must be having very serious thoughts, and it's a great concern not just for Greenland but for the rest of the Europe.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about Washington's interest in Greenland. What role does the territory's strategic importance in the Arctic play in Trump's national security argument?
Well, as far as experts are concerned, they have stated that Greenland has vast amount of resources. The critical minerals are there. It's a huge sort of territory, mostly uninhabited because of the harsh climate that is there. It's mostly a desert near the Arctic, but given the recent interest that US has in critical rare earth minerals, it's very much a possibility that US would want that territory to be annexed, and it is going to greatly benefit the US economy as far as its dependence on other countries like China is concerned, for not only semiconductors, for the critical minerals that are used in semiconductors, but emerging technologies as well. So as far as Washington's interest is concerned, we cannot call it Washington's, but particularly if you look at Donald Trump, his interest in Greenland is immense, given the fact that it has a lot of minerals, it has a lot of, it also has a strategic location, just right next to Europe. It can contain any sort of Russian involvement in the wider region. We are seeing that China is also expanding as far as its own advanced manufacturing base is concerned, for which US will also require similar kind of critical minerals that they honestly do not have, as if you compare it to China. So clearly there are interest, and it's interest in somebody else's territory. So it's uncanny to see the way US, that has preached democracy in the world, that has talked about democracy, rule-based order, is now not only arbitrarily abducting presidents from other countries that it has it doesn't have good relations with, but also threatening allies, calling for their territories to be sold to them without their approval or any kind of interest.
Okay, Akshay, thank you very much for that analysis.